going on in the country right now. Hey, Mag, welcome, man. Where are you? Come on, sit up straight. Can't see you. Always see the top of your head.
I gotta fix my camera. What's up, man?
It's all
What's
about
going
you.
on?
It's all
Listen,
about you.
I heard you took a long vacation, even before Christmas and New Year's.
Well, I'll tell you, one week I was traveling back to New York, and I don't know what happened the second week. I think I was sick or some damn thing. Who knows?
Oh,
But no, I had a meeting. I had a meeting with two attorneys and a realtor. So, and that's good. That's going to take a year to get this thing off the ground. So, you got a lot of slow thinkers in an estate that's got nothing but full of people that everybody's got an opinion. So it's going to be a while. It'll happen, but it's going to be a while. So, anyways, that's a commercial. So what's happening with you guys, man?
I was gonna say, hey Valerie, I graduated high school in Tip City, Ohio. It's 18
Okay.
miles north of Dayton. Are you from somewhere near around there?
I'm from Cleveland, and
Oh, okay, Cleveland.
Columbus is. I live in Columbus now. Been
Okay.
here for about almost 20 years. But
Wow.
Tip City is only like. Dayton is only like 45 minutes from us.
Yeah, yeah, right. Columbus ain't that far. Hey, is it okay, Coach Steve, if we go ahead and help her with that deal? Because
Yeah,
I'm
go
not
ahead.
sure. I didn't ask her how much time she had tonight or any of that. I didn't even tell her it was what. She's brand new today, so I'm not even sure she knew what this was.
We
Deal
all sit around and
laboratory.
drink. Alcohol is optional. So here we go. Let me get out a piece of paper here.
This is Coach Steve's Deal Laboratory.
Okay.
We do this every Monday night. So if you've got stuff like this, what you're working on here,
Perfect.
Coach Steve, I'm kind of a lease options guy, and Coach Steve is a creative finance guy. So he's got way more knowledge and advanced techniques than me. And
Well,
it's
we also we put lease options together. Also, we just divide them up and make them a little bit different. So, Victor, whoa, the preacher man is on tonight. All right, we got to talk, man. We got to talk.
Yeah, man. I got some stuff I got to talk to you about. I'll probably call you tomorrow.
Well, whatever. If we got time tonight, we'll see.
I told him earlier today he had the anointing on him.
I don't know if he was saying annoying or anointing.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
Valerie, what do you got?
Well, I have number one. It starts out. This is a personal friend.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's good or bad when you're trying to work with someone, but so we already had rapport. She's been trying to sell her house since I met her. I met her like 3 years ago.
Wow.
She wants to pick up and move to North Carolina. And so she hasn't been able to sell her house.
So she
And-
can't move either, right? She can't just cut up and leave, and
Right.
so she's stuck there until you help her out.
Yeah.
So she's got lots of motivation. Go ahead.
So, well, here lately, she seems to have more motivation because everything she's been planning as far as the house hasn't been working. She talked about hiring a realtor. She said the realtor told her to definitely not do a cash sale. So the realtor's kind of been, in her ear, but she doesn't have it listed with a realtor right now,
Okay.
which is good. So today what we did was her ex-husband got on the line with us and he had some input, and the home is around not too far from where I live. Property values have gone up. So I thought we could do a lease option, a sandwich lease option where I stay in the middle. So what I offered them was I offered her 185 for the home because that's about the after repair value. She said she's got some cosmetic work that she can't seem to get done because she's retired and her husband aren't together anymore. So she's on a fixed income,
Who owns the house?
both.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. And so I offered her to, I offered 185. She asked, could she have 200? The asking price, when I went online, it should be between 180, 200, 210.
Where'd you get your comps from?
I got them from Redfin, Realtor.com, offline.
Okay.
Yeah. And so they asked for 200. Could you do it for 200? So with a lease option, if we're going to be in this for 3 years, I figured, okay, we can probably do 300 if I can get the terms. So the terms that I offered was 3 years, and put a tenant in there. And the tenant, her mortgage right now is only $755.
Right.
But he asked, so I said, well, what can we collect for rent? And they're thinking 1,500. I'd rather err on the low end. So I said, probably like 1,250. And so the husband asked for a deposit. They don't get a deposit, do they? The
No.
lease option deposit, I didn't think so. And I did let them know that I'll stay I didn't mind staying in the middle and managing everything. You don't think that's a good idea?
You figure it's gonna rent for 1,500?
I don't really think it will. I think 13.
It's gonna go for 13. All right, so go ahead, keep going. Tell me what else you know about this thing. How big a house is it?
So they said they pay $755 a month in mortgage monthly.
Good.
And I said, okay, if we can collect $1,250, are you okay still doing $755? Well, he bumped it up almost $100. He said, it's like they're looking for cash flow themselves. He said, can we do $850? But anyway, I said, okay, we can try. He does rehabbing. He said, if anything goes wrong with the property, I want you to call me and I'll fix it. That way I'll know it's done right. It kind of, is that good?
Yeah, that's okay. It's all right.
Okay.
He's the owner. He's gonna in your
You
scenario.
don't have input anyway.
He's the owner of the property, so that's fine. Go ahead.
Okay.
But go ahead. What else? How big a house is it?
It's not that big. It's only, let me go back to my sheet here. It is 1,260 square feet,
Right.
3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths.
Yep.
It's a corner lot, 9,100 square feet,
Yep.
2-car attached garage, full basement, split level.
Okay.
Built in 1971. She bought it for 113. She's got the mortgage paid down to 98. She bought it in 04.
She paid 113 in 2004,
Yeah,
and now the mortgage
is 98 left.
98,000.
Yes.
You must have a high interest rate on that thing.
She said it's 6 or 7.
Yeah.
She said it's
Okay.
a 4-level split. 4-level split.
Have they entertained doing any kind of a lease option or renting the house out before or no?
No, they had not. Because we were friends and she would express to me that she wanted to move. And I said, well, what's the holdup? And she said, well, I want to fix some stuff on my house and sell it. I want to get top dollar. So I offered to her, I said, I can help you with that. Her original response was, oh no, we're friends. We're not going to ruin our friendship. I backed all the way up. I respect that. Now she came back to me, so I thought maybe we could do something now. And then she had her husband there too, or her ex.
So you offered them $1,250 a month?
No, I offered them, I started at 6. And he said, well, can we do, he said, stuff over here will probably rent for 1,500. Can you give us $755? No, $850 a month. And I said, well,
Okay,
what
that
is your
makes sense.
mortgage? And they said $755.
So he wants $850 a month rent
Yes, for 3
All right.
years.
for 3 years. And is inside of his rent, is the taxes and insurance on that?
Yes, I told them they still need to do all that.
No, but I mean, it's probably in his mortgage payment.
Yeah, they said it was.
Okay, so you can rent this house for $850 for 36 months. And they want how much for it? 185?
200.
They want $200,000. So how come you haven't done this deal yet?
We just talked today. She talked to the attorney and now we all talked today. I got to write up the agreement.
Okay,
Boom.
stop right there because Jason is the lease option specialist. I wouldn't, if it were me, I wouldn't do a lease option on this property. Mag is laughing already. I'd look to sell or finance it, buy it, and take over that mortgage. Because if it's only 750, I can flip the house and sell it. If rents in that neighborhood are 12 or 14 or 15, I can get some real money out of this house. Because I tie my seller financing into what the rents are in the neighborhood.
Well, she really would like to sell it. This is her
Okay,
last.
okay. All right, so you know what you could do? Well, I'll tell you what, let Jason walk through a lease option with you. Then I'll walk through a deal where I want to buy it with the seller financing it and then flip it and sell it and be the bank. So Jason, why don't you go first? Okay, good. Next.
It sounds like you've already got a lease option worked out with the guy. The question I had was, well, I think the interesting factor here in this deal is the friend quality. The fact that it's a friend. You'd like to keep it that way.
Right.
So I think what I would recommend doing is probably just an assignment, you know. Let them keep the monthly profits if there are any. He wants to manage the maintenance and repairs like a landlord. So, you know, after all, they're going to be assuming some risk for that. So, how much down payment do you think you can get for this place?
I was hoping at least 5,000.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
If it's a $300,000 house, even if it needs some cosmetic work, you ought to be able to
200.
get,
200,000.
oh, 200,000. Sorry. You ought to be able to get, you know, 5, 10, maybe even a little more. Okay. That's just on the front end. So, you know, sticking around to manage it for a friend and then he's doing the work. It sounds like a lot of excessive involvement.
I thought so too.
I would just let them know, hey, you know, here's what I want to do. I want to put some good people in there that want to buy that house because you guys want to sell it, right? Yeah, we want to sell it. Okay, so I want to put some good people in there, and what they're going to do is they're going to rent it from you for a little while, and they're going to rent it from you at $12.50 a month. And they're going to do it. We're going to set it up where they got 24 months, but we're going to tell them that they got 12 really to get it done. Okay, but we're going to let them have an extra little space there just in case they need some more time. But we're going to get some good people in there. They're going to pay the rent. They're going to buy it in that time frame. That's the plan. Okay, and when they buy it, they're going to buy it for, what was the number?
200.
200,000. Okay. Now you're going to get 200,000. Okay. Now here's how I'm going to make money. All right. I'm going to charge them 205,000 or something. Okay. And then I'm going to collect some of that up front. All right. That's how I'm going to make money. Now here's what I want to do, friend. I want to put you in the driver's seat. I want you to be in driver's seat, and I want you to be able to help approve or disapprove this person when they go in. And I want to assign this deal over to them so that I'm not in the middle, so that I'm not making money off of you or I'm not fudging anything up. I've just helped you find and place some really great people in that home. Is that something we can move forward with today or maybe not? Okay, that's kind of how I perceive that deal coming together as an assignment deal. Take your 10 grand walk, you know, take your 10 grand and walk away. So
I did 10, 5 on the front end and 5 on the back.
no, there ain't going to be no back end. When you assign the deal to the tenant buyer on the front end, you're stepping out of the deal. So you're going to, whatever collect money you can collect from the tenant buyer up front is your payday. And I'm suggesting on a house that size in that price range, you should be able to get somewhere near 10 grand. Okay.
Okay.
And so if your contract price with the homeowner is 200, then you're looking for somebody that will do this deal, a tenant buyer, for 210.
Okay.
And you want to collect that 10 right up front, or as much of it as possible.
Okay.
And let's say you find someone, they've got 7,500. You say, well, okay, let's do it. Here's what's going to happen. You go back to your friend and you say, hey, listen, I got you an extra $2,500 when they buy this thing. Isn't that cool? Okay. Does that make sense where I'm coming from with that, Valerie?
Okay, so when so I get 75 and they would get the other 225.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
I got you an extra. I didn't get you any deposit up front, but I got you an extra $2,500 on that purchase price when they.
yeah,
know.
because they asked about a
Yeah.
deposit and I'm thinking,
Yeah.
why do they think they have all these advantages? But
Yeah. Well, when you say deposit, what do you mean? Are you talking about like a security deposit for the rental? Okay, so like 1 month's rent. Okay, I can probably swing that. I mean, we can probably swing that. If I've got to take, if I get 10 grand out of a tenant buyer, which I'm not going to tell the homeowner that, but when I do get 10 grand out of that, if I got to peel off 1,250 for the first month's rent and or security deposit, that's
okay,
I'm okay with that because I'm still going to make like 8,700 bucks or something.
okay.
Yeah.
And then when I assign the contract to another wholesaler, then
No, you wouldn't assign it to a wholesaler. You're going to assign it to that tenant buyer.
okay,
Right? Because this is a lease option, right? So you're going to
Yes.
find a tenant buyer.
okay,
So you want to put an ad up on Facebook Marketplace or something like that as a rent to own. You find a qualified tenant buyer, someone that wants to rent to own that house, and they have a deposit. They have that, or not a deposit, but they have not even a down payment. They have that fee, that option fee. Yeah, they have that money to invest into this deal, and that is the assignment fee. Right? That is the assignment. It's option fee is an assignment fee. So you're just going to collect what you can get from there and assign the deal to the tenant buyer.
And step out.
Step away. And what that does is that marries your friend, the seller, to that tenant buyer, and you're no longer in the middle anymore. You're not legally obligated. You're not financially responsible. You have put them in the driver's seat and you have taken your pay for your assigning. And then
Okay.
you've walked away. Now, because she's a friend, I'm still going to be there for you. Okay. If something's not working right or something you're having problems, let me know. I'll try to help you
Okay,
because I helped you put this together. But besides that, this is all you. If something goes wrong, he can fix the place. I don't care.
okay, okay,
I think the real valuable lesson here is this seller sounds ready to go.
oh, she's beyond ready to go. She's been trying to get
Yeah.
to North Carolina for years.
Yeah. So give them what they want, as long as you're not giving up all of that option deposit,
Okay,
because that's your payday.
right.
You can give them anything they want,
Mhm.
as long as you can protect that option deposit. If you can protect even 50% of it,
Mhm.
that's your payday.
Okay.
So all the rest of it, you don't need to get all up in negotiations like, oh, that's too high rent or that's too much or this and that or whatever. Let them have it. You're going to assign this deal to the tenant buyer and walk away anyway. What do you care? You're not going to live there, right?
Mhm.
I mean, hopefully that makes sense without
Well, it
sound
does,
too
because I was
exaggerated.
thinking it sounded like too much involvement from them. And the more involvement, I think is the more chance of something going awry with the friendship,
Yeah. So let
It's
them
kind of the
have the
reason we
whole
didn't want to work
thing.
together in the beginning.
Yeah, so great. So here's what I'm going to do, friend. I think what would be best, since you guys kind of want to stay involved in it, believe me, I totally understand.
Yeah.
Here, what if I put you in the driver's seat here? I'm going to put some good people in there, and I want you to feel comfortable with this. I want this to be a good fit for you guys. I want you to be able to give me the thumbs up or the thumbs down on them before they even move in. And when you when you give me the thumbs up and they move in, I'm going to put you guys together where they can talk directly to you and you can talk directly to them. And if there's anything wrong, you ain't got to go through me.
Okay.
Does that sound reasonable? Does that sound like something y'all want to do? Boom. That's the deal.
Okay.
Right. And you
Yes.
don't much care what they want, as long as it's somewhat reasonable.
Right. Okay.
Your payday is that option fee. So protect that. That's the real thing.
Okay.
Coach Victor, you got your hand up, brother. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's so an important thing that you said, I would never do a sandwich with a friend, because now you're collecting money every month off of them, and it can get really nasty if they start
Ugly.
coming up short.
Ugly,
Yeah.
ugly.
Yeah, that's just dirty. So I think Justin is right. Get your money up front. The money is paid by someone else, so they're not even coming out of pocket. So they're getting full benefit. And imagine if you could put that extra money in their pocket over and above every single month
Yeah.
over what they owe. Now what happens to the friendship? Now they
Right.
really realize the value,
Yeah.
and you got paid, and you did a service, and you probably gonna get referrals.
Yeah. I'm getting you $12.50 a month. That's
I'm
$500
getting
a
you
month.
12, yeah.
That's
It's
five-
it's a short deal. The only thing, this is a job. You're gonna wind up putting somebody in this and turn around, and it's a one shot. It's a it's a one shot deal. That's it. Move on.
Yeah.
Okay,
Upfront money only on this one.
We can
Okay.
we can talk. Now I'm really gonna spin your head off your shoulders.
All right.
Get
All
a
right.
get a long piece of paper. All right. You're gonna need it. All right. Now you said to me a constant on this house was the mortgage payment on this house was just under $800 a month.
So
Let's-
this is a creative finance way of doing it now, right? That's what you're saying?
I'm gonna look for this. Forget about selling it. I'm gonna look for my seller to finance me so I can buy this property. And my exit strategy in this can either become a rental, or I can sell or finance it, all right, to a new buyer. Really, for what I'm going to pay for it. I'm going to make money, and I'll show you how. All right. Now, I'm a big believer. And if some person comes to you and they say, look, I got to sell this house. Okay, well, great. I want to buy it. If you start talking about lease options with a lot of people, they get a little scared. So, I mean, they're going to get scared no matter which way we're going to do this. But here's what I propose. And I'm going to deal with their greed gland a little bit, because now no one's running after them, handing them a check for $200,000, you're saying. And this house has it been on the market for 3 years? No. They're just talking about selling it, right? Okay. So here's what I'm going to propose. I want to take over that existing $98,000 that they've got on this property. So first thing we want to do is we want to take that over. So write that down. Take over existing financing, $98,000. Now, from this point, the only thing you're limited by is whatever your imagination is. You can take the offers I'm going to tell you. Hey, I made 2 simple offers up. You can twist them around and turn them around, and every time you're going to come up with a different set of numbers. All right. Here's what I would propose, and this is simple. You got anybody in the private money business you can go out and borrow, say, 25 grand from?
I haven't done it yet. I haven't.
Okay, you will. You will. Let's make believe for a second. You got somebody there that wants to give you loan you $25,000. We're going to have $98,000 on a first mortgage that's already existing, and just to keep things different, keep everybody smiling. This is supposed to be a $200,000 asset thereabouts. So to borrow $25,000 on a second with an investor shouldn't be a far stretch. All right. So let's just say you've got that person. Person comes in the door. All right, Valerie, I'm going to give you $25,000. Fine. My offer to the seller would be, all right, I'm going to give you $25,000 right now over and above your current mortgage. All right. And I'm going to balloon this out, the balance, in 10 years. So offer number 1 is going to be, I'm going to give them $185,000 for this house with a $62,000 balloon payment in 10 years. I'm going to be giving them, I didn't write the number down. 61. Yeah, that's it. So you're not making payments on this thing, but you brought the number down. You're making the mortgage payments. Now you could say, listen, I'll give you $300 a month, and then we'll pay out the difference, whatever you want to do. So number 1 is I'm giving you $25,000. I'm going to ask you to do the financing on this. We're not talking about interest. Whatever's on that front end mortgage, you got to pay. But whatever the seller is going to finance you is zero, babkas, because the bank's going to give you what, a point and a half. It's not going to work for you. All right. It's not going to work. You just want to do it for zero. All right. Do your best to get that. That's offer number 1. Here's offer number 2. I take over the $98,000 mortgage. Now, instead of giving them the $185,000, I'm going to be generous and give them $215,000. I'm tickling their greed gland now. But here's what we're going to do. We've got the mortgage payment that we're making. We're going to give them an extra $400 a month cash flow over and above whatever the running costs are on that property. So over, we're going to do this not for 10 years. Now we're going to do this for 15 years. So at the end of 15 years, you owe them $45,000, which you either refinance or you stroke them a check for. All right. So now you've got plenty of cash flow coming in from this property. Plenty. I don't know, $300, $400, $500 a month. Probably between $300 and $500 minus whatever you got to put into it and expenses to get it back in shape. All right. So those are two general offers for you. The second one is $215,000. Make the number anything you want, really. If they want $250 for it, give them $250 for it. But take your balloon payment and move it out 25 years. All right. Because I'm going to tell you, when you put a mortgage balance out there, all that's doing, that balloon payment, is giving you another opportunity to negotiate down the road. Because they're going to call you when you're sending them these payments, and come Christmas time, you're going to send them an extra nice little letter that's going to say on it, listen, I hope everything's going well. You're a good friend of mine and all that. If you happen to need an extra block of cash, I've got some extra money coming in. So give me a call. Click before the ink is dried on that envelope. They opened it up and they tore it open. All right. They're going to be calling you to find out, how's this work? What do you want to do? So maybe you buy $50,000 or $25,000 of what do you balance for 15 grand, whatever. It's another way to negotiate. The further out you push that balloon, the better the negotiations are going to be, because nobody wants to wait 20, 30 years. All right. The average is about 6 or 7 in my book.
And is that principal only?
I'm sorry, Prince.
The second one?
They're not a bank, are they? What? What'd you say? Of course not. So I don't give interest. Listen, I'm paying you overvalue for this property. Listen, and I can make the numbers work, but you gotta meet me halfway. And now you're buying the house. Turn the page a minute. We didn't say you were paying any interest. Let's say you got this $200,000 property now. That's going to balloon out in 15 years for $215,000. Let's say you sold the house with seller financing today, right now, after you bought it, the next day, and you sold the house, and all you sold it for was $215,000. All right, hang on a second. Let me run the numbers on this thing. And let's say you got $25,000 down. So you put $25,000 on the table. So we're going to finance $200,000, right? Give me a second. Open up the good calculator here. Let's see what we can
I
make.
wish we had a calculator we could throw up on the screen. Wouldn't that be cool, y'all?
Yeah, you can do something in Excel, but
Why doesn't somebody invent that? I bet that'd be worth a lot of
Wait a
money. That's your next $1 million
send you one.
idea.
I'll send you one. All right, now, so we're going to finance $200,000. That's our principal. We're going to do 360 months, which is 30 years, right? And we're going to put this out for, say, 7% interest. That's a low number. All right. So the payment on this is $1,330.60. Take away on this one, on the last loan, on the last offer, we had $400, and we had $800 going out for principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. Taxes, let's say you got $150 out of that, you're going to wind up rolling over to your new buyer. You're not paying taxes and insurance. All right. So say it's down to, just pick a number, say 700. So we're at $1,330.60 on a mortgage payment, which is principal and interest. You don't own the house anymore, right? You're selling the house for what you bought the damn thing for. All right. And how much money are you making a month? $1,330 minus the 400, which is 9, minus the 7, I think we said. You're making $250, $300 a month. I think it's even probably more than that. And if you only charge with 7% interest, I do everybody at 10, 10.5. If you're doing subprime, you might wind up getting a little bit less money down. I'd rather collect $10,000 down and include the closing costs and even charge for that, charge interest on top of that. And at 10% interest, look at this. It's $1,330 now at 10% interest. the payment jumps to $1,755. You want to get crazy? Don't do 30 years, do 40 years. 40 years, you know what the payment changes to? 480 goes from 1755 down to 1698, and you got 10 years worth of income more. That's being the bank. If the people want to sell a house, buy the damn thing. Ask them to help you out with the financing on it, because you could tell them, listen, there isn't a bank alive that's going to give me $200,000 to buy this house. Ain't going to happen. But I'm willing to pay you that if you give me the terms I need to make the deal happen.
Oh, that's
Give me
so
the terms
sweet.
I need. Give me the terms I need. I'll give you your price. We're
Mm.
going to work on your price, and you got to give me terms.
Just like honey dropping right out of the honeycomb, you know. That was
Right.
that was great.
How's that sound? Now she's all confused. She won't take it.
Amazing, but too deep for me. But
Oh, you know what? You know what? That if you have you done any deals yet? Or this your first deal?
this would be my second.
You know what? Do the lease option, take the money and run.
Yeah,
All right.
I think
This
that's
is
safe.
what I'm talking about. So a little bit more on the advanced side, unless you're going to partner with somebody that's already doing this. All right. Be careful of partners. I don't want to be anybody's partner. I'm not pitching for that, you know, but I'm just saying, if you don't know how to do it, you bring in a partner, and maybe you pay the partner a flat fee. Maybe you give him a percentage of the deal, whatever. Maybe you just split it, and he helps you negotiate it. All right. But anyways,
Okay, thank you.
that's where I'm at. You betcha. All right. Good talking with you. Stop
You
at
too.
any time. Okay. So I think Victor had something he wanted to talk about.
Valerie, awesome to meet you too.
You too.
Want to wait, Victor? Okay. All right. Who else has got something to chat about here? Whoa, we got Hervik on. Mike Batista. Holy cow. The Mike Batista? You back in the
You know-
States? You still traveling?
I'm in Peru right now, man.
Man, you're my, I tell you, when I grew up, I want to be just like you. Man, oh man. That's great. John Kruk. John, I don't think we've met before. Welcome, John. And there's
I feel-
Mag. You just about see the top of his head, but he's getting there. He's
I
with
feel
you
like
too.
everybody missed you over the holiday here, Coach Steve.
Oh,
I mean,
tell
look
you,
at
man.
this.
What can I tell you, man? I don't know. We got a few participants here. So anybody got anything they want to talk about quick? Well, before we go into another discussion. Anybody got a deal they heard about? They're just tossing out? That's what I love.
I want to develop this property, and I saw some place where I could get a storage operator, maybe to come in and help put some storage. High demand. The numbers look really great. Have you ever done anything like that?
No, but I could put you in touch with somebody that has.
I would really appreciate that.
Matter of fact, I looked at it. I got an email today from someone who did a presentation on my local RIA, and
Okay.
she does these. She does these damn things. That's what they do. She does for a living. She turned
Okay.
over a bunch of them, and she's selling. Of course, she's selling a course. I don't know how much it is, but you can call her and pick her brain. She'd be the one I tell you to go call. You got Mitch Steven. He's got a bunch of them. He just finished doing
Self-storage.
one. He did it himself. He says, "I'm never doing another one." He said it was too much heartache. He
Yeah.
says, I don't know if I saved any money, Steve. He says, there's companies out there that build these things from scratch for you. They come in as a consultant and they handle it all. And he says, I think that's what I'm going to do next time if he does another one.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at too. After I did all my research, that's where I ended up landing, is that, you know what, I have the land and everything else. And I have the zoning and everything is already appropriate for what I want to do. I want to just find one of these operators and, we strike a deal on this and have them come in and do it.
Well, I'm talking about a consultant that comes in the door. He acts as your guy to do
Yeah.
all the building. He doesn't put the money up. He's not
Right.
your partner. He just comes in the door and lays it all out as your GC and everybody else.
Yeah.
Does the permits, does the architectural work and everything. There's guys out there that'll partner with you, probably. There's guys out there that'll just buy your deal.
Yeah,
You know?
that's what.
You're gonna stay in this area a long time? You plan on staying there?
Nah,
Then just sell your deal.
Yeah, that's yeah. Whichever one works first
The-
and best, I'm gonna go with because you know I'm
I'll
off
bet
to,
you
I'm
it
off to the
took-
next adventure.
I bet you it took Mitch, and he's got a lot of contacts. I bet you it took him at least a couple of years to get this thing up from start to
Yeah.
finish.
Yeah,
Then they come out and they wanted it. I was down there. No, this was the second trip. He had trees on his property
yeah,
that they decided after he bought the property and he went for the zoning and he got the zoning and the whatever, all the permits he needed. They're in there with a giant bulldozer and they're knocking down trees. And here comes one of the nature lovers from the
Oh
city.
no, not the tree
He says,
hugger.
wait a minute, hold it. You can't knock these down. He says, what are you talking about? I got the permits. Oh, no, it's all changed since then. It changed inside of 2 weeks. Oh, yeah. They came down and they put GPS like things on the tree. Something with GPS so they could watch the trees, make sure nobody took them down. He says, I don't know what to do. I says, well, look on the damn trees, find a piece and move it over to another one. That's what he did. So, yeah, so anyways, that's not for public knowledge, but
Right.
anyway, so yeah, man, I'd sell the deal, but you can look online. Matter of fact, this woman, she might be the person you're looking for. I'm gonna forward you if you text me, or you got my number, right?
Yeah, I do.
Call me and I'll give you her information. All right.
Okay.
And call me after this call. All right.
Okay.
All right. So
I got another one too. I got a buddy. I didn't expect that I was going to be doing a whole bunch of deals here because, like I said, I'm off to my next adventure. But I just got an offer for a package of 7. I'm only interested in 6 houses. There's 6 houses. They're currently rented. They're all rented on a month-to-month basis, which is good. But the renters have been there for some time. I think I can get each house right around 32,000 each. And each one of them is worth about 50 or better.
what are they
50
renting
being-
for?
50 being the minimum.
What are they renting for?
I don't have the rent rolls. I'm actually getting that from him on Thursday. We're sitting down for lunch and I'm trying to negotiate it. He doesn't want to carry any of the paper and everything. He's a huge investor. He's actually the biggest investor in the area who I just happened to get lucky and meet at the gym. And if I come to, I looked him up, look at the numbers. Dude owns half of the damn town. But we hit it off.
So
real
you're
quick.
buying 7 of his problems.
Well, I'm buying 6 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they're cash flowing, they're decent properties or whatever. I figure I'd package them, see if I could extract some money out of them to go do some other deals with.
I have never met an investor who was in something long term, who likes cash flow, and would rather give the money to the government rather than sell or finance you.
Yeah, and that's a conversation we're going to have. I mean, I
Yeah,
haven't
'cause
seen
he's
down.
full of
He hasn't
He's
caught
full
the
of
vapors yet. He will.
Yeah, he's full of shit.
Yeah. He's trying to get some cash because he's trying to move into the higher syndicated multifamily deals. I'm like, yeah,
Good
that's
for him.
yeah.
Been
Yeah.
there, done that. Yeah, that's okay. It's a lot of work, but it's a job.
It's yeah.
The more people you bring in, the more people you gotta have. Everybody's got an opinion. Everybody wants to see what's, and oh, good God.
Yeah.
When I bring in I do something even on a smaller side. I bring in a private investor, and this person, well, how's my house going? What's this and that? Next month he's getting a check in the mail from me. I'm done.
Yeah.
Just take your money and leave me alone.
Yeah.
So goodbye. See you later.
So yeah,
Hey.
when after I sit down with him on Thursday and we actually have, get a chance to really chop it up and I get a real lay of the land and I get to, find out his real, greeds and needs, then I could start to really put together something that works. Right now he's big bossing, because he has a bunch of property.
You have the
that
addresses and you drove by him?
Yeah. I did the drive-by. I got all the addresses. I pulled down all the information on it. I have all the history. I have all the, I have everything on them. I have full packages on each one of
Now,
them.
people are on this call and they're hearing you buying 6 houses for $190,000, it sounds like.
Mhm.
They're like, what is this, firewood?
No, it's Iowa.
You can look around. Iowa is deals, Kansas is deals. I mean,
Mhm.
whatever.
Yeah. Picture that though, 190,000 for 6 incomes.
Well, let's see what the incomes are. And they're
Yeah,
not section
well,
eights or anything
The
like
assumption,
that.
the assumption, huh?
I says they're not section eights, they're all just old time renters.
Yeah, they're all just they're long-term local rentals.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
Nope, nothing wrong
No,
with it
when
at
you
all.
buy
I
the
just want to
pla-
see the rent roll to make sure that he doesn't have a bunch of, ins and outs and, I mean, I would rather, just secure tenants. They're not, they're C properties. Some of them are C minus. They're not great properties, right? But, this is just kind of the community. There's not really a high class area and there's not really a super low class war zone. Everything is kind of in the middle somewhere.
You're in the farm belt out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's the way it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, but it's a good area. It has Walmart, Kohl's, Best. It has Lowe's. It has all of everything is right here within walking distance from my place.
Wow. Well, I'm not moving there, buddy. Sorry, man. So
Yeah,
I got my
no,
hands tied up.
I was trying to convince you right there, but it didn't work. Obviously.
Are they definitely worth 50 each?
Yeah. I did the research on the 50. Once I got them, I was trying to see what the values were, and they're each. There's one worth as much as 63, and the other ones are between 50 and 55.
What would you do with these?
I'll just collect the rent and figure it out later. I don't have no. I'm just right now at the beginning of the process, so what would you do?
Lease option them for a year
Uh,
and sell or finance it.
Yep. There's a couple of them too that are in good position. I was actually thinking about doing Airbnb with two of them.
If they're not in a great neighborhood, how many Airbnbs are you going to get? I don't know.
Well, I mean, they're in okay neighborhoods, and
Yeah.
because of the way they're located, they're not right on top of people and stuff, and people will come through. So there's Airbnbs here right now that are only allowing for like 2 guests, and they're booked for 3 months solid.
Wow.
but
You
it
know,
doesn't matter.
one thing you
As long
can
as
do
there's a hotel.
when you meet with your seller,
Mm-hmm.
tell them you're better off. Tell them well, your numbers will work better off if you got at least 10 houses to work with. See what he says.
Okay.
10 to 12. Raise the number up. You can always go down. You can't go sometimes, Tell
Yeah.
him, listen, I really rather start with about 12 houses with you. If you know he owns that many, he can dig up 12 houses.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, especially with the market the way that it is.
And
so.
especially with the fact that, he wants to go big time and, he wants to go big baller on it. So look, let's.
Well, now if he does your financing, all right, he can turn around and discount and sell those mortgages.
Mhm.
He can sell the notes if he wants. He can sell them right at the closing table.
Yep.
If he can show it's going business to business, it's going to cost you some money, but depends. Depends where. As long as they're going to cash flow and you're good with the
Yeah.
numbers.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I may actually pull your coattail on the numbers once I get all the real numbers back, the rent rolls and stuff, and run them through. Maybe we'll get together and bump some ideas around.
I used to know this guy Victor from California, had gray hair. Since this guy moved to Iowa, man, look at this guy. Look at how young he got. Look at this. The stress level went way down. There you go.
All
right, man. Anything else?
It depends on the light.
Yeah, I got you, right? I don't want no matter which way the light goes with me, I'm shot. I'm done. All right. Anything else, guy?
No, that's pretty much it for me.
Michael, did you have something you wanted to say? I cut you off, I think.
Nah, it's
Oh.
okay. Yeah,
Mr.
I
Michael.
I got a quick question for you, Steve.
Hold on, Mag. Hold on. We're talking
Oh,
to
my
Mr.
bad.
Batista here right this moment. Did you have something you wanted to say, Mike?
Oh, man, I'm good. I'm just
You're
here to hang out. It's been a while.
Take it all in. Okay. Mag, go ahead. What you got, Mag?
So I know you talked about the syndications multifamily there. Do you think it's better? It's better if we get like multiple doors, let's say 10 doors, or we do like owner finance the deals that you were doing.
You're talking about an apple and an orange.
Hmm.
First off, I haven't had any luck with multiple property, multi properties. I
Units.
just haven't. So I mean, don't go by me. There's guys out there making a lot of money in it.
Yeah.
I just, I keep life simple. And it says, oh, if you got 6 houses and they all don't, somebody doesn't pay, you're screwed. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're in the same boat as, you know what? I had the apartment complex and I had a partner in it. Thank God, right? And with this damn place, what was that television show they had years ago? The Hatfields and the McCoys. That was. They moved into this apartment complex. They each lived at each end. I swear. And every day it was another fight. One was flushing a rat down the toilet or something, just to back up all the plumbing. The one poured Quikrete down the damn sink to get everything screwed up. I went through nightmares, all right, until I finally got these 2 families out, and it took a couple of years. We couldn't give this place away because of the reputation that it had that I inherited. Never again. I like keeping life simple. I like single family homes. I like holding the mortgages on them. I like holding the lease option deals on them. As long as I have control of the property, and I do my damnedest to try and get my tenant owner or if I sell it to the person, they're maintaining the property. I'm off. All I do is I'm the bank. Send me the check every month. Goodbye. You see, it's a good business. I like doing that, especially when I work with other people's money.
Yeah.
That deal we went through with Valerie this evening was she's not taking any money out of her pocket. She's just going to work with the bank's money and work with the seller's money. Give them a little sense of greed, give them a little bit more money than they were even thinking about they could get for the property. So that's the way it works. All right.
Sounds
John,
good.
you got anything you want to say? He's stuck in limbo there. All right, John. I don't know if we've been on. I've seen you on a Monday night or not, but that's okay.
Yeah, I've been
All
out
right.
of the picture for a while. Been dealing with a lot of life stuff. Just had open heart surgery this month, past month. So
Wow.
you name it. It's been entertaining. My wife just left me, all that good shit.
Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And oh boy, you're like an extra one. I'm not going to say it. My wife's in the living room, so. The open heart surgery, man, that's no fun and games. Yeah, take care of yourself.
Yeah, no, that stuff still hurts.
Yeah, well, listen, skip the 20-year-olds. Go up to at least 25 or 30. You won't need the open heart again. So, I don't know. Do what you got to do. All right. Anybody else got anything they want to add, talk about tonight?
What's going on, Steve?
On our last call, who we got?
This is Hervik. This is Hervik from Miami,
Holy-
Florida.
What the hell? I think I remember you. Jeepers. What's going on, man?
Everything is well. Happy holidays. Happy New Year to everyone.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to
You, man.
everyone. A lot to say.
Yeah, good to see you.
Yeah, man. What's going on, Herbert?
Chilling. I just got back from the gym and I was just grabbing a bite to eat.
There
So I
he
was
is.
kind of having trouble logging in, and now I'm just eating. So that's why I had the camera off.
That's okay.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
Steve.
what I was doing earlier.
Steve, I wanted to ask you. I heard you talking about the lady with the storage units. Is her name Stacy Rossetti?
Yep, that's it.
Okay, I know her. She's
Do you?
she had a RIA in Atlanta that I was a part of.
Oh yeah. I think that's her name. I got to go off. She sent me an email today. So
Yeah.
hang on.
Stacy Rossetti.
I'm pretty sure that's her name. Yeah. Stacy Rossetti. Oh, hold on a second. Hang on. Let's see if I can bring this thing up on here. Just give me a second, guys.
Out of the Atlanta area, Herbert?
Yeah, she's in the Atlanta area. You're in the Atlanta market, right, Victor?
I'm in the Atlanta market, but I live in Iowa.
I've heard you say you're in the Atlanta market as well. So yeah,
Yeah.
Stacy is she when I first met her, she was she had a RIA down in Noonan, like just south of Atlanta, city of Atlanta. And then she started a South Atlanta RIA. Now I think they call it RIA USA or USA RIA or something like that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, she switched from doing single family rehabs, it seemed like, and she got into the storage unit game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm actually going to Houston at the end of the month for training on some multi and some storage stuff.
Okay. I think she drives around and she picks up like mom and pop
Yeah.
storage facilities.
Yeah, small facilities.
She sent in her email, they're pumping it. They want you to talk to one of their people and they're gonna give you a song and dance probably about buying something. Say, listen, cut through the crap. I got a property I want to talk to you about. And she'll get on the phone with you. So yeah,
Let me
you
know,
don't wanna
Victor.
buy- you don't want to buy a damn thing. Don't sell me anything. I want to sell you something, you know, so, but that's it. So I'll send you the link or whatever. I don't have a phone number. So,
If it's her, if it's Stacy Rossetti, I could get you in contact with her, Victor. On
That
my
sounds-
yeah, I have a phone number for her and I should have her direct email. So
Perfect.
Yeah, probably good.
If you want to hook me up with your info on a direct chat in here.
this guy's making me look bad, man. I'm telling you now. I gotta throw this guy Herbeck off. Turn him
No.
off.
I just know her because of the Atlanta Rio.
Yeah. Storage nerds. Here it is. This is this is what she sent me. Here's a link for you. You know what? I should just forward you this. But if you got a phone number for her, just give her a call. That's all. That works. That works. Anyways, what else, Herbeck?
I was reading the 12-week book. And so I got my schedule together right in time for the beginning of the year. So just been knocking things out all day. Couldn't get on the call with Justin earlier. So I asked him about the recording because I got an email that he had some new stuff coming out. So I don't want to miss out on that.
There you go.
Yeah, so I'll probably go to bed listening to Justin.
Good for insomnia. Man, and when it's later on, even in the afternoon, if I'm just listening to a webinar and I'm not talking on it, whatever, I'm gone about 15
Lights
minutes
out.
into the damn thing. It is so, it's like, oh my God.
Not
Anyways.
not my webinar.
Oh, no, not yours. Well, I'm talking on it, but if I get on there and I start talking, forget about it. So,
Justin, do you have a webinar? I don't know if you.
I don't. That's my dream is to one day have a webinar.
The webinar.
the Justin
man.
podcast.
Podcasts and all that kind of stuff.
You got more different names for it. All right, guys.
I always get those emails from Russell Brunson. The perfect webinar. The perfect webinar blueprint or whatever the heck it is.
So guys, last meeting we had on here, that was a few weeks ago. I went over basically the 7 ways to make a deal happen. I don't know if you were on it. I know it was probably something you want to go back and listen to. It was the last podcast, whatever you want to call it, that we did on here. It was probably in early December. Justin, you remember that one we talked about subject to, 0 interest, split financing, split funded, lease options, and all cash.
Not only was I there, but here are my notes, Coach Steve.
There you go. You guys are fooling around.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that's
Do
I'm
a screenshot. Go back, do a screenshot.
I'm a real student of the thing, you know. See, that's the thing.
It was pretty cool.
Oh, you want to screenshot it?
Yeah, I want the notes.
All right, hold on. Let me see. I got to pull it up again, man.
Those
you
clip
know.
notes, man. I'm a screenshot this.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
$79.
Right, there you go, $79. Is that the whole thing?
That's it, man. If you can
All right,
decipher
cool. The
my,
hieroglyphics?
yeah, you know.
Put it together in a report. Hey, check out my 7 ways to buy properties.
Hey,
Report
got
is
it.
$79.
I got this new Jarvis AI. It's the AI that does all the writing for you, and I'm just gonna plug that into that and then write myself a book. You know, and put it out there.
There you
I know
go.
you are.
There you go. Let Jarvis do it.
that a
I
real
know
thing?
you are.
Yeah, what would Jarvis do?
Yeah.
Did everybody get it? Okay.
Hey, Herbeck,
Yeah,
did you
I
put
got
in
it.
for that book?
No, with the Ioannidis?
Yeah,
No, I didn't.
I got to do another one with them now, another chapter.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna write about Justin and Victor.
Oh, yeah, wait.
There you go.
The They're coming up OGs in the game.
The
The next
anointed
OGs.
ones.
The annoying ones.
The anointed
Hey,
ones.
the annoying ones? What did you say?
That's about right.
Oh,
Holy shit. Oh, well. Boy, oh, boy. So, Mr. Batista, hope you got a girlfriend down there.
yeah,
There
Yep.
you go. All right. You should.
Yeah.
absolutely.
All right. Very good. Jason Richter, man, where you been, man? Where are you? What's going on? You've been quiet tonight.
Yeah, just listening in. I'm still helping my mother move.
Okay. Taking it
Yes,
all.
sir.
All right.
So
Yeah,
you say you're worn out right now?
yeah, man. I've been driving back and forth to Roanoke a lot, which is it's about 5 hour drive, but it's all good. I'm
Okay.
getting her
Big
there.
truck.
Yeah, yeah. I've got her. Yeah, I've got. Yeah, she's pretty much ready. She's moving into the facility on assisted care on this Friday.
That's
So I'm
good.
going back. I'm going back down tomorrow to get the rest of it packed up for her.
Now, she wouldn't happen to have a house she wants to sell. Give her one of my cards, will you?
That's funny. Okay.
Right.
Little late. They sold their houses. They had a couple homes and a couple rentals, but they sold
Yeah.
those years ago.
Good for them. Good for them. Small move. Small
Good to
move.
see you, man.
Yeah, you too. You too. Hope it all works out.
Appreciate
You know,
yeah.
The best place, but it's a much safer place for mom than being home by herself or even having a live-in. It's still better off.
Yeah.
You know, my mom's in they moved her up from assisted living to nursing home. And she's got the dementia. So it's like the wheel of fortune when we go there. We don't know who we're talking to, but opening the twilight zone. She calls me every morning at 4:30. Oh, she called me 5 times this morning. 5 times.
Wow.
Yeah, I must be on the recall, the redial, because hello, mom. And she don't even know, she's just, the phone's banging around and shit. Well, I'm going back down there. I'm driving back down. This time with my wife and my son in about 10, 12 days. So that'll be fun. You forget about getting a flight anywhere, guys. I think my brother's still stuck in the Dominican Republic from the weekend. I haven't heard from him. Yeah. Oh, I'll just stay there. Bring it all. Bring your computer. You can work out of that. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Anybody got anything else they want to say? Don't
Nice meeting everybody.
Yeah. We do this. We try to do this
Nice
every
meeting you
Monday
too.
night. And we look for deals. So, that people, they come across and they don't think it's a deal. I said, well, you tossed it out. Yeah, well, bring it to the table. Let's look at it. And usually one way or the other, we can try and resurrect it if the person's motivated to sell. It's something everybody's got to remember. Time changes everything. All right, because somebody you talk to today, 3 months from now might be in a different ballgame. If they're still sitting on the same house,
Yeah.
So time and circumstances change everything. All right, guys. It's been great talking with you. Good thing
Yeah.
Justin reminded me we had this tonight. I'm getting used to just doing something
Right
else,
Dude,
Victor, you still need me? No, you're set.
Yeah, I think I'm all set. Thanks a lot.
All right, man. You're good. But call that woman. Let me know how you do.
Yep, I will.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Good to see everybody.
yeah. How's
it's
your
awesome.
business? How's your business doing there, Michael? With that internet scraping and all that? That working out well? Still going good?
It's going all right. I'm working on, I've been working more on my real estate business though. That's why I haven't been around this year for
Yeah.
a while, this past year. I started working on some new stuff and did about 30 deals, but I didn't have any assistance or anything like that. I was just pretty much doing it all by myself. So that was pretty much every day was a sprint. You know how that goes.
I get rid of my assistants in September. Bye.
Did you?
I'm tired of this crap. One day they're up, next day they're down. On my internet connection, on my ass hurts. I don't want to hear it.
Are you hearing chickens in the background or?
Yeah. Oh, it's raining like hell here. No, it's not. No, it's not. What do you mean? How do you know? It's just I'm looking at your city. I'm looking downtown. The sun's out. It looks beautiful. Really? I can go out and get a suntan. Might as well because you're fired. Take care. That's all. Have a good day.
Yeah.
Whatever. High or slow.
I got your house pulled up on Google Earth. I'm looking at you in the front yard right
Ooh,
now.
I
I
did,
can't tell you how many times you got employees working for you and their grandmother dies. And I write it
Yeah.
down and I put in a little hot number. I see she died again? What do you mean?
Again?
She
Exactly.
died again?
Yeah.
What, she come back to Earth and you, what happened? Did you feed her some of that special fish or something you got down there? What's the deal? Oh, no, she never died. Well, who was this you told me about? Oh, then all of a sudden, hold on, let me play something for you. And you play back the call. You still there? Good. You're fired. Take care. Have a good day.
Well,
Yep. It's all
I
good.
did my fair share of that back in the day I used to work for a company called Sprint. And, grandma died, an uncle died, whatever, 3 people died in like the span of 2 months.
You have no family left.
he's a complete loner now.
Nobody's left.
I had all the car dealerships running. I
Yeah.
decided that these salespeople would come in the door. You expect them to answer the phone and treat people with respect and tell them what my finance program was about. All I did was finance cars. If you walked into one of my dealerships, you wanted to pay cash, we threw you out. So it was all finance, right?
Yeah.
So
That's where you made the money, right?
that's where the money's at, man. So I'm listening to the phones one day, and you tell these guys, I had cameras up that covered every square inch of the place except for the John. Cameras all over, right? One of my stores was a big place, right? We had about 12 mechanics working there, and there was a nice 6-car showroom, and outside was about 1.5 acres of property. We had a lot of cars. Place is doing business, and the phones are busy. The phones are ringing. We got a lot of business coming in the door, and I'm listening to these animals on the telephone, and we record everything. So I says, you know what? I can't let this happen anymore. So I opened up a phone room, and we paid our women by the pound, right, to operate in this place. So we had an overtime. I'm telling you, these gals were big, but listen, don't take this. Michael, close your ears, all right? These women sounded like they were incredible. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Right.
And we had one guy drive down to Long Island. He wanted to meet this woman. I go, I'm laughing because she must have been 400 pounds, right? The only time she got up was to go and get something out of the refrigerator. So when they want to meet her, hold on a second, come on out. And when they don't use their real names, right? She comes out, this guy damn near fainted. Oh my God. The best voice, what I'm getting at is you got to watch how your phones are answered if you're not doing them yourself. You got to be able to, and if you're having a bad day, don't answer the damn phone. Let the service pick it up or let the voicemail pick it up, And I used to put a mirror in front of everybody that's there. I says, look in the mirror.
Yeah.
Because the way you look in that mirror, the way you look and the way you sound, if you're frowning and you're pissed and you're just trying to sound, forget it. You're not going to make it. Go home.
Right.
I'll pay you. Do me a favor. Go home. Because if you foul up this call, that could cost me $10,000. What do I need them for? I don't need them,
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that's all experience. Anyways. All right, guys.
I don't want to work for you. I don't want to work for you, Coach Steve.
It's all good, man. It's all good. I have no employees, and I'm loving it. I'm talking to my son, and we want to start up a couple other companies just for cash flow kind of thing. And I was talking with a guy yesterday. It's got nothing at all to do with anything to do with real estate or automotive or anything. So I'm looking at this and I'm saying, well, this sounds like a job. Oh, but you can get other people to do it. I go, it sounds like, the more you keep talking, it sounds more like a job. So no. I want something that I don't have to work as hard. Let the money make the money. That's the best business to be in, when the money makes the money. That's why the bank is. You walk into a bank and they got the big golden chandeliers and all the marble on the floor. They didn't pay that from the losers. They paid it from the winners. That's when the money makes the money, you see? Anyways, all right, guys, I guess we're going to sign off for tonight. Appreciate you all showing up. Hervik, Meg, Mike Batista, John, the Preacher Man, Victor Walker, Jason Richter, Miss McNeil, Miss McMichael, I'm sorry, and Justin. I blew that. Oh, Meg just decided to chime in. Okay, Meg.
Yeah.
Dude, you got to fix that camera. You really do. Always sees the top of your nose and your eyes. I know there's a look at that haircut, man. All right. Jason, take care, guys. Everybody.
Thanks for the
Appreciate you
input,
on the
guys.
call. Appreciate you on the call.
Love you guys. We'll see you again tomorrow, Coach Victor.
Good to
See
see
you
you,
guys
man.
tomorrow.
I'll stop in and
Thanks
see
a
you
lot.
guys tomorrow. Mick Victor, what do you
Sure.
talk about on Tuesday mornings? What do you?
How to automate your business, make make yourself a virtual deal factory.
Oh.
Yeah, how to be what we call a digital real estate nomad, like Michael Batista.
Wow. That's the man.
Dude,
Maybe I'll stop in and visit with you in the morning. We'll see how
Yeah,
things
that
go.
would be awesome.
Take
I'm
care,
all
guys.
about it.
Have a
Good
happy
night.
Thanksgiving.
Love you guys.
Thank you,
Have a
Take
good
care.
night. Stay safe.
Good night.
See you
All right.
later.
You.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye.